Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Alyssa Thomas, your favorite player, my favorite person, will always hold a special place in my heart, forever known going forward as Big Rugby, has had a fan kicked out of a game. We are going to talk about it here in a moment. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate your support. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19. Go ahead, smash the like button. Do it. Do it. Uh, so anyway, in case you haven't seen this yet, yes, we're going to have a little fun. Those of you easily offended by things that people used to just laugh at and move on from, this may not be for you. But as you can see here, the W360, shout out to her, Alyssa Thomas, really had an attendee ejected because they were making fun of Cock Hopper's wig falling off. I swear I will never root for or like that woman. Yes, that is what happened. Kaleah Copper with her 197-pound. Wait, hold on one sec. The produce, you know how the producer gets at times. It's that. It's what now? I'm sorry, it's not a 197-pound wig. It is a 97-pound wig that she staples to her head in order to go out and play professional basketball, where you're running and cutting and jumping and changing direction and with people and so forth. By the way, those things are dangerous. Like seriously, they shouldn't be allowed out there anyway because of the motion. And so people talk about elbows. Well, I promise you, I know because I've also seen it in soccer with young ladies who have used their hair as a weapon on purpose. It can be dangerous and there is no need for it. In case you didn't see this. Now, what's really wild to me, though, is I want to talk about the announcers. Hopefully, I can show this to you because I'm going to try and show about 25 seconds of it with audio. That's the kicker. But I want you to hear the announcers with this. Okay, this is kind of funny.
And it bounced around a lot, but at the end, it went through the rim. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. She's going to go head to the back. Oh, no.
Timeout called for Copper to deal with the malfunction.
Copper to deal with the malfunction. Now, her team had to call a timeout because of her embarrassment of her wig falling off during a game, and she obviously ran directly to the locker room. And the announcers covered it. They never did talk about it. It was just it was, oh no, malfunction. She's going to go to the locker room to take care of that malfunction. But yeah, so anyway, that happened. But here's the thing. You know what? It wouldn't probably be as much news as it is if it weren't for the fact that a fan was laughing about it, mocking it. I don't know the language, but if it was, over the top with some of the things that we've been falsely accused of when it comes to Fever fans, we would all know that by now. So that has not happened. So I'm guessing there was a lot of mocking and laughing. And from what I saw, and I don't know, and thing is, I don't really care, man. I don't have as much hair as I used to. Come on, that happens to a lot more guys than women, but it happens to a lot of people as they get older. But from a part that I saw this, it actually looked like she doesn't just have short hair, that she may have an issue there with not having any hair on top. But what also got to me and that people are talking about as well that I thought of with the reaction, not Kaleah Copper, like I get it. You're embarrassed, it fell off, you're gonna run to the locker room, get it fixed. I get that, okay? But it's still something that people are gonna laugh off because it is funny to see a professional basketball player have to stop playing because their wig fell off. That's just the way it is. But what bothers me, what gets to me in terms of a bigger issue with the Alyssa Thomas stuff is the censoring of free speech and what fans are allowed to do. The WNBA is constantly, defiantly talking about how incredible they are and how much money they are owed, not deserve because they put a good product out that people are willing to pay for, but simply owed because they exist. And yet, a fan is going to laugh at something that is funny to a lot of people and you're getting that fan kicked out. How exactly are you going to justify getting paid a lot more money when there are 10 people in the stands again? Because real fans aren't going to show up because they're not allowed to be real fans. And before y'all start in the comments, I shouldn't even say that because 99% of you are awesome. But for the 1% of you, no, I'm not talking about certain behaviors that are definitely over the line, but most isn't. Most real fans aren't, whether they're booing, they're screaming at other players. And it's just like the other video I did. I'm sorry, but screaming at Brittany Griner when she's on the opposite team to go back to Russia is not a big deal at all. And 10 years ago, we wouldn't even be talking about it. It's such a nothing. But that is where we are today. But Alyssa Thomas, again, you're going into a CBA and you're getting a fan kicked out for this. That seems like a very, very poor decision. And of course, people weighed in on this. And again, they're not, people thought it was funny, but they're not no one's bashing Kaleah Copper. They just think the incident is funny. But with regard to Alyssa Thomas, right, I've commented on it several times. Angel Reese and multiple players' extensions and wigs fly in faces of opponents. It's unhygienic and should not be allowed to wear during fast-paced basketball games. WNBA ban wigs and extensions. Hey, and we all know about the fingernails, right? You're allowed to basically wear knives and razor blades on your fingers. Very unserious organization for kicking someone out for laughing. There will be documentaries one day about how badly the WNBA botched the Caitlin Clark era, which could have propelled them into a legitimate, self-sustaining league, but instead things like this make them look bush league. This is why no one should take the sport seriously. If you wear a wig while playing sports, people should be able to laugh at you in all. That's a joke with the number. Obviously, there are 50 states. I'm not getting into that. What a joke. Hating the entire game because some broad's wig fell off and she ran off the court. Send in a sub. Halting. I'm sorry. Halting the entire game. Send in a sub and ejecting a fan because they thought it was funny. I wonder why this league doesn't make any money. Am I allowed to ask why we're wearing wigs to a basketball game? Imagine kicking out your only fan. So, yeah, this is absolutely wild. And as you can see, a lot of people, no one's bashing Kaleah Copper, okay? They think what happened was funny and they think fans should be allowed to laugh and they're reacting to the nonsense about a fan being kicked out for something like this because that is no way for a professional league to act. It is no way for these players to get, again, how seriously are you going to take these players when the next time you hear them all self-important and entitled talking about how much money they're owed, not earned, owed simply because they exist. It is absolutely ridiculous. And to make my point on what I was going to say is, oh no, imagine stopping the game because LeBron toupee flies off. And yes, I remember this incident from years ago. So I just went and found a couple of things for those who didn't know, because LeBron, is losing his hair and he tried to hide it for a long time. Hair fell out during a game. We have this is one where he brought his headband down and you can see where, I don't know if there were plugs or there were painting it in there or whatever, but you could see his hairline there. And there are some ones that are even worse that I did not put on here. And he was very much trying to hide it for years and got a lot of grief because at times during the games, like with the headband, he might get bumped in the head and the headband scrapes up and then he pulls it down and his hairline is completely different. But to that point, and again, to prove that he had been hiding it and players know, and this is kind of funny. And anyone being here a while knows I'm not a huge LeBron fan, but this is kind of funny. And so I wanted to play this to show you the kind of attitude you can have about these things. Now, this is a Lakers player that was drawn by a 7-year-old, and players on the teams were trying to guess who it was. And then we got to the point where some of them guessed LeBron. So I just wanted to play a short clip of that because it is kind of funny. And LeBron's involved. So shout out to him. But again, I'm also showing you that this is not a woman thing. Fans are rough and fans are relentless and they will go after you with stuff like this. Whoop. I guess it would help if I turn the volume up, huh?
He's kind of going like ball right there.
That's pretty good, yeah. I can see that. That is me?
He's kind of going like ball right there, and I kind of see the resemblance. So that's what really gave it away.
Oh my God, that is my hair? Oh, that is not right.
Everything else, it was tough, but the hair, right away, LeBron.
I know I'm losing my hair, but damn, they didn't have to have me looking like Homer Simpson. Yeah, I love that.
Look,
This
you
is
know,
like Picasso's work right here. You did a phenomenal job. You really hit it with the hair.
Bring this over here, Avery.
okay, first of all, I got to say, Anthony Davis is funny, and now I'm wondering if maybe that's why he got traded. But as you could see, and I think when it was happening originally, at the start, and I get it, guys, I get it, man. LeBron was sensitive about it, but obviously he's embraced it at this point, and I love his reaction. I thought it was hilarious. I thought Anthony Davis was hilarious, and this is more of what we need from the WNBA, not fans getting kicked out for laughing at a player's wig falling off during a game. Because here's this. How about this? How about stop? How about not wear a huge wig during a game? Let's do that. Does that sound like a good idea? I think that sounds like a fantastic idea, but I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the wig falling off, players wearing wigs, the nails, Alyssa Thomas reaction, the whole shebang, the whole 9 yards, as they say. Give it to me straight. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Go have the day you deserve. I will talk to you later.